So, we have talked about in chapter 1, how many ways to solve quadratics? What all have we done, Nathan? Factored, set equal to 0, and solve. What else? Intercepts. So graphically we have solved. What else?
Oh, so graphing, solving, and
vertex.
Okay, but I'm talking about solving a quadratic equation.
simplifying?
We went backwards, PEMDAS, so we used SADMAP to get whenever there was only one x so that we could solve using square roots.
Was it simple?
What else? What is it? Specials. What did we do with specials?
Square.
What did we do? It's
Well-
called something. It's square dances. We made it square dance by completing the square to solve. So now we're going to look at something when all else fails, or when it's not an easy complete the square problem, or we can't use radicals. There's a method that works all the time, always, 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 and forever, and that is the quadratic formula. So if we have a quadratic, the only rule here is that it must equal 0. Before you start, it must equal 0, or you must make it equal 0. If it equals 0, and you can identify A, B, and C, which you should be able to. If they are missing, what are they? 0. Then you can use this handy dandy little formula. And I think Miss Wilson, y'all said Miss Wilson showed you this last year, so this should be a breeze for you.
It wasn't a breeze to me.
Opposite B. Now, notice I put a negative sign in front, but I said opposite. That's because if it's already negative, it becomes positive. If it's positive, it becomes negative. Opposite B. Plus or minus, here's where I'm getting my two answers. Plus or minus the square root of B squared minus 4AC. And everything, not just the radical, but everything goes over 2 times A. Yeah. Okay. So, things we've learned, simplifying radicals, okay, order of operations, things like that are all going to come into play with this. But I want to do a couple examples with you, and then I want to talk about discriminant, and then I'm going to give you your assignment, your little cool assignment. Let's see. Everybody got that? Let's say I had
I got the hand box.
7x minus 5, yes, 12x squared. Are you quite done, Cullen? No, I'm just kidding. Equals negative 3x. So to solve using the quadratic formula, it must equal 0 before I start, so what should I do? Add 3x. Now, the other thing about this particular problem, it's not in standard form, it's out of order. So I'm going to just rearrange it a little bit so it's easier. 12x squared plus 10x minus 5 equals 0. Is anyone confused? Okay. So now it's just a quadratic formula. So now it's just a matter of plug and chug, okay? Plug and chug.
Is this basically the same thing we did in our homework? No?
Different formula. We're plugging straight into that formula. So here we go. Opposite B, negative 10, plus or minus square root B squared A times C all over yeah, that's what 4AC. Yeah. Yes, the quadratic formula. I'll go back in a minute.
Yeah, now I see why it's hard.
Now, it's not hard if you take it a step at a time. Look under the radical. Simplify under the radical first. Okay? So here, I'm gonna do 100. 4 times 12 times negative 5 is what? 2,400?
24,000. Right, am I wrong? Oh. Oh, yeah.
2,400.
Negative
48, 240, not 2,400. You got way too many zeros on there, girlfriend. Minus negative 240.
Oh, sorry, I was looking at the whole thing.
So yes, this would be plus. You mean what's under the right, like on your calculator? Did it do it for you? Just watch out, make sure it's doing everything right. Over 24, so now I need to look at this 340. Can I take anything out of that? Probably. At least a 4, Donovan says. Anything else? Will 4 go into that? Yeah, 85. Anything else? Or is that the biggest? I think that's the biggest. But 10's not perfect square. That's the biggest. All right, so let's split it up then. I got to come up here because I'm out of room. I apologize. Negative 10 plus or minus. So if I take a 4 out, that puts a 2 on the outside, right? Now I'm going to do this, and I'm hesitant to do it, but I want you to see how these simplify because you do need to start simplifying these. All of the coefficients are divisible by 2. Okay? If this 2 wasn't here and there was an even number under the radical, you could not do this. Okay? Only because the coefficients are divisible by 2. So I'm going to take a 2 from everybody. I divided by 2, so I divided, well, because whenever you have a fraction like that, it can really split up like negative 10 over 24 plus or minus 2 root 85 over 24. These I can both divide by 2. I can simplify that fraction to get negative 5 over 4. And same with the other. I can divide by 2 and look, 12 there. All right. Yes? No? Maybe so?
I got the apple short.
I know. I gotta get.
All right.
Stop this up.
I would not say that. We're going to talk about the discriminant.
Oh, can I use
What?
some water, please?
Got water, take
water. I'll wait.
Thank you. Discriminant. The discriminant is the part of the quadratic formula that is under the radical. And it tells us something very important, and I think it will make sense to you as to what it tells us and why when you see. If b squared minus 4ac is positive, that means what's under my radical is positive, right? If you take the square root of a positive number, how many answers do you get? 2, right? Square root of 25 is plus or minus 5. So you can literally just use this part to go, well, if that part's positive, then I know my answer is going to be, it's going to have 2 real solutions. I don't know what those solutions are, but I know it's going to be 2 real solutions. What if you got a negative under the radical? What would that tell you? Yes. 2 imaginary solutions. It's the part of the quadratic formula under the radical. So this little formula here is the discriminant. There's one other scenario that can happen. What is it? If it's not positive and it's not negative, 0. If you had that quadratic formula and you put a 0 right here, how many answers would you get? 1. 1 real answer.
Yeah.
Can you think of graphically a scenario where you'd only have one x-intercept? Good job. And that's where the vertex sits on the axis. If my pen writes, I can write it on here.
Let me have to do it. That's all.
There it goes. Appreciate that, Donovan, but I got it. All right. Let me show you one example of this, and then I'm going to give you your assignment. Let's say I had, you ready?
Is it one real
Oh,
solution?
still got equal 0 because it's still quadratic formula, yes?
Correct.
Yes, the answer is yes, yes, say yes, yes. Okay. Let's say I had,
My hiccups are gone.
I told you, 8x squared. Did you not believe me?
No.
Do you believe me now?
Yes.
What's that?
Using the discriminant, tell me how many and what type of solutions this has. Ooh. No. What are you doing? You're not even doing the math that goes with it. Using the discriminant. Yes, I want you to plug it in, guys. I want you to plug it in. Yes. B squared. B is 8. So I got 64 minus 4 times 8 times 3. It doesn't really matter what it equals. I'm only looking, is that positive, negative, or 0?
Oh my God.
Right? 96 is bigger than 64. So that means, Olivia, would you? Yes.
That's my dog.
Oh, it wasn't. Oh, hang up and pick back up.
Yes.